brand new year means brand new TBR prompts. This could dictate the rest of my reading year. I'm really excited. I don't really care what prompts we get. Read a book that features your favourite trope. I don't mind if I do. Should I start the year off that strong with another 5-star prediction? Hi guys, it's Rachel and welcome back to my January TBR video. We are in 2025, guys. What the hell? And I feel like there's so much pressure on that first TBR to be filled with 5-star potentials and just have the best start to your new reading year. I'm not sure when this video is coming out, so I don't know what my goals and stuff are yet or whether you know about them, but I have some mini goals in mind that I would like to try and accomplish this year. So I want to try and get some certain books onto this TBR to kickstart the year off really successfully, fingers crossed, because 2024 was a good reading year. It wasn't really that fantastic. I didn't really have that many like brand new 5 stars. So I'm really hoping that 2025, with the 5 in the title, it'd be a really good year for me in terms of 5 stars. So fingers crossed that can be accomplished. What's also really exciting is a brand new year means brand new TBR prompts. This mug is now filled with about 120 brand new TBR prompts. I was getting bored and I was getting sick and tired of the same prompts always being pulled out of my previous jar, so I did a whole revamp. So there are a hell of a lot of new prompts, as well as like your old favourites, your classics. So I'm really excited. Oh, one just fell out. Is that a sign? I don't know. Is that a sign? I'm putting it back in. But hopefully that means we'll get some really fun, exciting prompts today. But we also are sticking with the classic sort of like spin a wheel, picks what I do with the prompt before pulling the prompt, because I had so much fun doing that last year. So we're carrying that kind of tradition over into the new year as well. So overall, I'm just really excited to get started. There are some books I really want to get on this TBR because they're brand new January releases, i.e. Out of the Woods by Hannah Boehm Young is coming out in January, which I'm really excited to read and really want to read in January, as well as Beg, Borrow and Steal by Sarah Adams, which is the 3rd and final book in the When in Rome companion series. So I really want to get that on my January TBR because that comes out this month. And then there are some TBR veterans that I also want to try and get on my TBR as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on, but I'm just excited to see where this new year takes me. So without further ado, I guess we'll go into the first spin to see what we do with the first prompt of 2025. Let's go for the first spin. What are we gonna get? I'm scared. This could dictate the rest of my reading year. Free pick? Okay, if that is the vibe of 2025, I am not complaining. And a free pick means obviously just I don't have to put a prompt, which I'm kind of sad about because there are so many fun, exciting new prompts in this mug that I want to get to. But because it's a free pick, we don't have to pick a prompt. And the book that I'm going to go for is the book that I am actually going to start 2025 by reading. I'm going to settle down on January 1st. I'm going to open this book and I'm going to read it, and it's going to be my first book of 2025 and it's going to be a 5-star. Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. This will be my first book of the year. It's already scheduled in as my first book on my Notion template, my Notion spread, and so it was perfect that we got a free pick for this because I don't have to try and fit it into a prompt, because no matter what happened with this TBR, this was the book that's going to start off my reading year in 2025. It was already decided, it was already planned out, and I'm really excited to get to it. This is a 5-star prediction for me. I have high hopes, high expectations. I'm really hoping. I love this book. I've heard so many people rave about Kristen Hanna this year, not only in her like more historical fiction, but also with this book. This is like less historical fiction because it's not kind of like set in your typical historical fiction world. This is basically about a friendship and progressing that friendship across multiple generations. So we start in 1974. Kate and Tully are best friends. They grow up together and you follow them across 30 years of friendship as they both kind of like go along in their own paths but stay connected as friends. And something that you may not or may not know about me is that I love friendships in books, and I'm just very excited to see what all the hype is about with Kristen Hanna in terms of her writing style, but also to see what emotional connection I have with this book, because it does follow two friends that kind of progress over the years. I will relate to their friendship kind of like going through school and going through like the first loves and first heartbreaks, etc. But I think I might also be able to relate to them from kind of like a planning your future, getting ready for the future, etc. point of view as well. So I'm really excited. This is my first book for 2025 and it's the first book on my January TBR, so hopefully all is well will end well. Fingers crossed. So let's go into spin number 2. I can't believe we started off with a free pick. Like, what are the chances? As long as the rest of the TBR goes nice for me, that'll be absolutely lovely. Pick 2, choose 1. Okay, I like this prompt because we get to showcase 2 brand new prompts from my TBR jar. I'm excited. I'm really excited. I don't really care what prompts we get. And with this one, because there are so many prompts in this jar now, rather than like a tiny amount, I'm going to pull them out and not put them back in for future months. So hopefully we can get through all of the prompts this year. So once they've been used once, they will not be used again. So this is number 1. And they're all nice and typed out and pretty now. Like, I typed them all up, I printed them all out, I cut them all out. So they're nice and pretty, so you don't have to try and figure out what my handwriting is saying. So these are the 2. What are they going to be and which one? Ooh, okay, this is fun one. This is a new one for 2025. Let a scavenger hunt pick your next read. So I don't know whether, because this is a brand new one, whether to do a whole video dedicated to that, because I've seen quite a few people do that, where they do a scavenger hunt and then read the book and make kind of like a reading vlog out of it. So potentially, we'll see what another prompt is. Or we could have, ooh, okay. Another brand new prompt for 2025. Read a book that is currently piquing your interest. Okay, we could have used Firefly Lane for that, for sure. But I don't know which one I'm gonna... I don't know. I kind of have all my videos planned out for January, so I don't know whether this one will like throw a spanner in the works, but I think it'll be really, really fun. I think I'm gonna go for this one and let a scavenger hunt pick my next read, and I'm going to do a whole vlog dedicated to it. So I'll find those like scavenger hunt clues, we'll scour my bookcases, and then we'll find my next read and then we'll read it. So that could potentially mean that we're not going to get a book on my January TBR that I want to get on my TBR, but I think it'll be a really fun kind of like way to spice up my video uploads in January, and give you guys something to look forward to. So I'm going to go that for my second book, and that means for the rest of 2025 I'm not going to be able to have this prompt come up again, because we're not putting them back in the jar, but we are going to put back the piquing your interest prompt. Okay, this is interesting because obviously I only do 6 pulls every month, so I'm already on to spin number 3, which is halfway, and we only have 1 book on my TBR. So let's go for spin number 3. I kind of just want the standard one. Ooh. And another spin. Okay, we're doing 7, but that also does mean that prompt number 3 is going to be a standard prompt, so every pull we have to try and fulfill. So what's it going to be? Oh my god, there's 2 in 1. Which one are we going to go for? Oh, there's 3. Okay, we'll go for this one. Okay, what does it say? What does it say? It says, you can guys read it first. Let a random number generator pick the page count. Okay, seeing as 2 of the books I want to get onto my TBR this month are new releases, I don't actually know what the page count's going to be, so I have to do some Google and Goodreads searching for that. But I think most of the books I read tend to be around the 300 and 400 page mark. So I think what I'm going to do is the random number generator I'm going to put between 300 and 400. And see what it wants to give me. So I will screen record. 3, 2, 1. Screen is recording. So minimum 300 and maximum 400. Generate 370. 370. Okay, that was higher than I was expecting. So let's see if any of the books I want to read in January kind of hit the 370 page mark. Beg, Borrow and Steal. What do you have? Beg, Borrow and Steal has 384 pages. What was I? 370. Okay. And then Out of the Woods. So potentially we're just going to go for the closest number. Out of the Woods. You have 336 pages. Okay. And then the other book I want to get read in January is Spectacle, because it's a kind of wintry novella, part of the Caravel series. But I don't think this is going to be like near the 300 page mark because it's so tiny. Yeah, it's like 200 pages. Okay, so not that one. I'm going to go for Beg, Borrow and Steal by Sarah Adams, which I'm very excited for because it's obviously the latest book in the When in Rome trilogy, and both When in Rome and Practice Makes Perfect got a 5-star from me last year, so I'm really excited to see how this kind of like companion series rounds out with the other sister Emily. This one basically follows Emily, who is the third sister in this little companion series, and she is a teacher, but she's also kind of like a hidden romance author. So when her manuscript gets taken away from her, like it gets stolen or she loses it or something, she has to team up with her ex-fiance's enemy to figure out where it's gone and the whole saga with that, and obviously a romance ensues from there. So I'm really, really excited to read that one, and I'm really hoping it's another 5-star. So hopefully we have 2 potential 5-star predictions in this TBR with Firefly Lane and Beg, Steal or Borrow. So let's go on to prompt number 4. What's this one gonna be? Oh, 2 books for the same prompt. Okay, it started out nice. I got a free pick, and then I got kind of like a mood read when it came to the scavenger hunt, and then now I feel like it's being brutal to me. So we have to pull 1 prompt but fulfill it with 2 books. So let's hope it's like a nice easy one. We'll go for this one, please. Go for this one. I'm scared. I'm scared. What is it? Ooh, what does that say? What does that say? It says, read a book that features your favourite trope. I don't mind if I do. Okay, my favourite trope is fake dating, which is a bit tricky. My favourite trope, although I do also really like the starting over trope as well. This is gonna, I have to think about this one. And I have to pick, like, I'm not complaining the fact that I have to pick 2 fake dating books, like what a shame. But like what they're gonna be, I have no idea. Because I don't even think I have that many fake dating books on my physical TBR at this point. It might have to be a Kindle book at this rate. Let me do some Googling. Ooh! Oh, okay. Not a book I was expecting to read this month. But this book has fake dating in it, which is Written in the Stars by Alexandria Belfer. This was kind of gifted to me. The whole trilogy of romances in this trilogy was gifted to me, and this one has fake dating in it. So, oh, okay. And then this is going completely off the TBR that I wanted. That is fine, but it is a book on my Kindle that I do want to get around to in 2025, and it's Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. So that also apparently has fake dating in it. So we're gonna go for those 2 for the pick 2 books for the same prompt, and obviously we've got favourite trope, and my favourite trope is fake dating. So in this one, this is the author's debut. Okay, so basically Darcy and Elle go on a date. It doesn't really work out very well. They're a bit like, this is really awkward, but Darcy's brother wants Darcy to find romance, so to get brother off her back, Darcy says that the date went really well, and then Darcy and Elle end up fake dating. I think it says female. So yeah, really intrigued about this one. It's also an audiobook on Everand, so hopefully that could be a way I consume it. But interesting. And then the other book that I'll read is Love Theoretically. I have no idea what this one's about, but it's Ali Hazelwood, and I have loved her previous book, The Love Hypothesis, which is also fake dating. So hopefully I'm in for a good time with this one. Potentially another 5 stars. I don't know. I don't really know what this one is about. I just know that everyone tends to love it. So we're just going to go into this one blind. But that was spin number 4. Yeah, spin number 4. So spin number 5, I'm thinking we have to add a spin as well. This is spin number standard. Another free pick. Okay, I'm happy about that one because obviously we've had some books not wanting to be on this TBR but have ended up on the TBR, so another free pick is very handy. And for this, I'm going to put another book on there that I want to get on there this month, and I wanted to put on Out of the Woods by Hannah Boehm-Young, which is another romance. Should I start the year off that strong with another 5-star prediction? I think so. So I'm going to put Out of the Woods on. This is the 2nd book in the Out of the Limb. I don't know if it's going to be a trilogy, a series, a duology, I don't know, but it's by Hannah Boehm-Young, and Out on the Limb was a 5-star for me. And what I loved most about Out on the Limb is not only the romance between the 2 main characters, but also the side characters of Caleb and Sarah, who Sarah is Wynn's best friend and Caleb is her husband. And Out of the Woods follows Sarah and Caleb's romance from when they were childhood best friends, and it turns into lovers and they have kids together. And I just can't wait to see kind of like what their journey was to end up in a place where we met them in Out on a Limb, if that makes sense. So I'm really excited for that origin story. I'm really excited to read it. That is going to be on my TBR for January as well. Another 5-star prediction. This could either end absolutely amazingly or an absolute disaster in terms of like putting so many 5-star predictions onto my January TBR to start the year off strong. It could go either way, but we're going into a spin at number 6. It's also really concerning that I have like no physical books on my TBR right now because I'm getting confused with like what's been picked, what count we're on, etc, etc. Another 3 pick? Okay, this can't be happening. I was so excited to pull loads of fun little prompts, and we have had some really fun prompts. But if it's another 3 pick, I am going to switch up the genre, and I'm gonna put Spectacular by Stephanie Garber onto my TBR. I wanted to read this book, I pre-ordered it, and then I was like, no, I don't need to read it, so I cancelled my pre-order. And then when I was book shopping with Emily, when we met Tom Fletcher in December, I saw this edition and I was like, you know what, I think I will get it. So I did treat myself to it, and it's absolutely stunning book. Like, yes please. This is a Christmassy winter novella based in the Caravel world, and I absolutely love Caravel. I didn't really like Legendary, but I thought Finale kind of wrapped up the series really well, so I do kind of have fond memories of this trilogy, and I think it's such a magical, whimsical world that Stephanie Garber has created. It basically follows Caravel, which is a kind of like once in a lifetime circus where you get really immersed into it and you play a part in this kind of like figuring things out and like going along on this journey of like trying to be the winner with all these clues within this kind of like immersive experience, which is run by a character called Legend. And you follow 2 sisters, Donatella and Scarlett, in the first one in Caravel when they get invited, because it's invite only. And I really enjoyed Caravel. Legendary, like I said, wasn't really my favourite, and I then enjoyed Finale as it wrapped up. And this is just like a little extra little bonus bit of content from the characters of the Caravel trilogy, and I don't actually know what it's about. Snowflakes are falling, invitations are arriving, and holiday magic is swirling in the capital city of the Meridian Empire. It's the Great Holiday Eve. Scarlett is planning a spectacular holiday celebration for the city. Donatella is searching for the perfect gift. Julian is like my go-to book crush. I absolutely love Julian. Julian is looking ridiculously handsome in green and Legend. While sadly Legend is not a fan of the Great Holiday, Tara is hoping her perfect gift will change his mind. Unfortunately, she hasn't found this perfect gift just yet, but it is the Great Holiday Eve. Surely there's some holiday magic swirling around. Welcome back to the world of Caravel, where even holidays are not as they seem. Yeah, okay, I need to read this. And also, like, it's about kind of like Christmas and the holidays, so hopefully reading it early in January when you still kind of have that vibe, it will be the perfect read and a nice little break from all of the romance that I'm getting on my TBR at the minute, because chaos. I can't believe that was another 3 pick. That's mental. So that was spin number 6. We're going into the final spin of the first TBR of the year, which is crazy. I can't believe it. It's almost over. I've been so excited to film this video for so long. What is the final spin going to give us? A standard. Okay, let's end on a good one. Give it a good shake. There's still one book on my like hopefuls list I want to get to, and that's The Dixie Rule by Elle Kennedy, which is obviously another romance, but I don't know where to go. I'm going for this one apparently. And it is... Wait, what does that say? It says something about release. Read a recent release. I could have got that like a couple of prompts ago, but I've already put my new releases on the TBR. Oh, that throws a spanner in the works. The Dixie Rule only came out last year, so technically it's a recent release. Is that pushing the rules and a little bit too much? Let's go to my physical TBR and arrange it by date publication and just see what kind of like pops up in terms of like recent. Daydream by Hannah Grace, 2024. The Last Murder at the End of the World, 2024. Next to You by Hannah Boehm Young, 2024. The Rule Book, 2024. The Wedding of the Year, 2024. Razor the Lost Heart, Betting on You, Iris Clay Doesn't Date, Brighton When We Had a Stranger, Love Struck, Death of a Bookseller. The Dixie... I was going to say the Dixie Rule's not even on there, but I don't even have the Dixie Rule as a physical book. I have it as a Kindle book. So let's go to my Kindle TBR and see if the Dixie Rule is like my latest book. Don't I have the Dixie Rule on here either? No, I don't. Okay, when was the Dixie Rule out? And if it's in 2024, I'm counting it, but I'm pretty sure it was. Because then even with all of the chaos, we've got every single book on my TBR that I wanted to get on. Yeah, it came out in May 2024. You know what? It's my game, it's my rules. It is a recent release, like it didn't come out a couple of years ago. It did come out this year, technically, as I'm filming this. So we're going to go for it, and that means I have managed to fit on all the books I wanted to fit on this TBR, even with the chaos around it. So the last book I'm putting on my TBR is The Dixie Rule, which is the second book in the Campus Diaries series by Elle Kennedy, which is the spin-off to the Off-Campus series with The Deal, The Mistake, The Goal, The Score, the Legacy, and all of those fun ones. I absolutely loved all of them. I binge read that entire series this year, last year, in 2024, and absolutely loved it. So I'm excited to delve into the other spin-off series, and I'm excited to get to the Dixie Rule. I have no idea what else it's about. It could even be fake dating. It could have fitted into a different prompt, but hey, we're here. It's going to be part of my TBR from a new release perspective. So with all of that chaos, we have officially picked my first TBR for 2025, and it has a lot of 5-star potential in it. So as a recap, because it was a little bit of a chaotic game, the first book we pulled was a free pick. So we're picking up The Firefly Lane by Kristen Hanna. And then we got the prompt, let the scavenger hunt pick your book, which I'm going to do a whole video about, so we haven't picked a book in this one. We then got random number generator to pick your page count, and we got 370 pages. So the closest we could get was with Beg, Borrow and Steal by Sarah Adams, which I don't own yet, which I will do. I'm going to go buy it as soon as it's out. And then we got picking 2 books for the same prompt, and that prompt was favourite trope, and obviously fake dating is my favourite trope. So we've got Written in the Stars, which is finally another physical book, and Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. And then we got another free pick. So we're putting Spectacular on by Stephanie Garber. And then we got, I'm losing track now. Did we get another free pick? Yeah, we got another free pick for Out of the Woods by Hannah Byrne Young, which I don't own yet, but I will be buying as soon as it comes out. And then the last one we got was a new release, which we're putting Dixie Rule on, which is on my Kindle. Already bought and downloaded, it's on my Kindle. So that is my TBR for January. It seems really minute here, but I think there's actually a lot of pages, because these 2 are quite thick. And then we've got another 1, 2, 3, Love Theoretically, Dixie Rule, Beg, Borrow and Steal, and Out of the Woods. So that's 7 books on my January TBR for the start of the year. Hopefully January starts off a strong year and I'm in the mood to read a lot of books, because I have a lot of books to get through. Thank you very much for watching the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you give it a massive thumbs up if you did. Follow along for that scavenger hunt video. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss that. So hopefully it's a good one. I'm really excited to get that one filmed and up for you guys. I think that'd be really fun to do. And if you did enjoy this video, make sure to give it a massive thumbs up and subscribe down below to see future content from me. I do anything from weekly reading vlogs, monthly TBRs, monthly wrap-ups, and any other push content that you can think of. I do chat on my channel, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.